That feels like sport.
It really does.
You know what I mean?
It's high octane. It's adrenaline.
Pumping. It's drums. It's fucking beats. Course. That feels like sports. This feels like sports. This is Working Title FC, your new favorite sports podcast.
Of course.
Can we say that?
Of course.
I think it's fine to say. If you're a long-time listener,
welcome back.
Thanks for your patience.
Thank you.
Thanks for your patience.
Good things come to those who wait. So, yes.
There's a lot of sports content to watch and to listen to, and so many people can get up in your feeds.
Honestly.
But thanks for coming back to us. And if you're new, you've discovered us on iol.co.za. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're there.
You see, so for you guys, we've upped the ante. We're more intellectual.
Yeah.
Because we were like rapscallions before.
Yeah.
And now we're just more intellectual. Listen, if you woke up this morning and said, listen, I want a sports show where the hosts have names that end in O.
There you go. Senzo and
you're
Paulo.
I'm Paulo. That is Senzo. Mm-hmm. Who are we? We're just guys who love sports, right?
Yeah, and we just talk, shoot the fat.
We talk shit. Listen.
Honestly.
You try to dance around that. But listen, we're not one of those sports podcasts that kind of gets outrageous for clicks.
Yeah.
Even though this episode is called Hotter Than a Junkie Spoon.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Jesus.
We're going with that.
Yeah.
So listen, coming up today, we got new format of the show, five-a-side, where each one of us brings to the table our favorite things in the world of football. We talk sports documentaries, Senzo's non-football story of the week, and then we got Goat Farm, a replay of a series we did with our man, Don Carlo, this week.
Don Carlito, the man.
Right, so five-a-side, we go back and forth. We go around the world of football, because you can't talk about results in sports when you do a weekly show. You date yourself, man.
Absolutely.
You get too old too quickly. So I got a couple of things I want to start off on, and I think this is something close to both of our hearts, and we're probably going to spend a lot of time talking about this. We got to talk about the ghosts of Old Trafford, man.
Dude.
It's something we've spoken about before.
We've touched on it, yeah.
We are United fans, not going to hide that, but I'm not a guy who believes in curses and things like that, right?
Yeah, neither.
But you've got to get into a point where what the hell is happening at Manchester United? And it's like...
It's Pogba, bro, and his hyena.
The story was, I said that this week, that Pogba's brother buried a hyena under the pitch.
You must come fetch it.
Got to get you... But look what happened to him. Is he allowed to even travel? Is he allowed in a football ground?
Come fetch it.
Is he allowed in a football ground?
I don't care, but come fetch it.
You know, what is his ban? Come get your bones, bro. Because...
we're done with this.
I can't think. Like, if I think in terms of sports dynasties, you got to go a fall from grace for this long. Like, teams go ebb and flow and you have a couple of off years. I'm kind of going... Hullit's AC Milan.
Yeah.
So the drop-off from that team to for a long time, where nothing happened. The Bulls.
Yeah.
Very similar, dominant in the 90s, and completely fallen out of bed. Lakers. LA Lakers.
Well, we won a championship in 2020.
Lakers were constantly just in there.
Yeah.
And Boston Celtics, maybe until recently.
Yeah, until recently.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you're talking about sporting dynasties, I'm going, the fall-off is... And you're going, players change, managers change,
things
ownership
do change.
changes.
Yeah, things change, yeah.
Nothing changes at Manchester United. And you start going, are we now talking in things like that concept of the shirt is too heavy?
No, yeah.
That's what's happening?
Probably.
Because I watch the game. And listen, United, we come in, we go, okay, Ten Hag wins the FA Cup, beats City, which is great, gets a stay of execution. Kind of like... Not a secret that they were looking around. It's just there was nobody to replace him with.
Sure.
Some interesting signings. Still don't get the striker we need. But interesting moves, joined up thinking. Again, they've put in the structure for Ten Hag, but still signing players that seem to be his players.
Yeah, no. I mean...
Right?
We Ajaxing it.
And then we watched that first game of the season, Fulham, and we're like, oh my God, nothing's changed. We're not scoring goals. Okay, yes, we beat Southampton, but the first half, man, Southampton were giving us, right?
No, on us.
We not scoring goals. We take the 7 in the Carabao Cup out because that's the third division side.
Yeah.
And what are we doing? We're not scoring 1 against 20. They looked better than us. I mean...
Bruno, I don't know. Also, Bruno, dude. I think the money's gone to his head.
I don't even know it's that, man. How long can you carry a club, man? The poor guy, and I'm always going to have, a soft spot for Bruno. But the best years of his career, he had so many choices he could make. At the time, he could have gone to Liverpool.
Yeah.
The best years of his career, and the guy's just getting nowhere with United.
Yeah.
A couple of cups. This is United in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Is it time to accept as United fans, and something we've spoken about before, United is the ultimate sleeping giant.
Yeah.
Because we've had 2 great periods of success, 30 years apart, under 2 managers. This is not a club that is consistently winning.
Yeah.
Regardless. Do we change our perception? What are you thinking?
It's just our time to be crap right now.
But when does it end, man? We're going to the second decade of this shit.
Yeah.
We're going to the second decade of this.
Yeah, actually, it's been... Yeah.
2013 was the last title.
Last time.
Second decade of this. 20,
Jesus, bro.
next thing you know, you're sitting on 26 years. You're sitting on 30 years again.
Honestly.
What changes?
Next thing you're Arsenal.
I mean, Ten Hag, I'm at the point with him where you get with managers where you just shoot Bambi, man. Just put him out his memory.
Honestly.
It's like he's not enjoying being there. Everything he talks about is about him.
It's morbid. It's very morbid.
There's a lot of an excuse made when I kind of like look at English take on it, where they go, it's his second language, etc., etc. But I'm kind of like, since we're in a country where 99% of people are speaking in their second language.
True.
So like I'm not in my feels about that, right?
Neither.
And in kind of in the Netherlands, they pretty much all speak English.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not that he's not. He's just weird, right?
He is weird. He's very odd.
Imagine getting that every single day. It wouldn't motivate me.
Neither.
He's odd. He's just...
It's just that some people are professionals and they're like, we'll deal with it. I can't change what that guy is, or you feel me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like I'm I'm confused. Like, what are we trying to do? What is the end game?
And we're into our 3rd season, and you can name a side. I did this exercise yesterday.
Yeah.
Of players that there's one short, but even this, he's never plays for United. Malacia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's
right.
Dead.
But here is an 11 of players signed or promoted by Ten Hag. Sure. Right. Here's a side he can put out: Onana, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Martinez, and Dalot. He's back. Dalot's his man. Midfield, he can put Eriksen, Mainu, Mason Mount, and I've lost Ugarte, and then Xerxes and Højlund up front. That's an 11 of his signings, and not just signings, guys he's worked with before,
sure.
Guys he gets,
yeah,
and they're
stuttering.
They're not playing together, but enough of those are first teamers.
Yeah,
like to your point, nothing's happening. It's like it's not.
Xerxes is the only guy right now.
And listen, also, how long can I understand the game's all about non-scoring strikers now.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't quite get it, but I get it.
Yeah.
But how long can a kid, 23, go without scoring goals? You know what I mean? Before it impacts on him.
Yeah, because now we're going to say, okay, cool, bro. You're a striker at the end of the day. What is your sole purpose?
That's it. Running around, and you do a good pressing job. Fine, cool. You got to score goals, man.
Honestly, that's the only way you justify. That's the only way you justify your price tag.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, cool, you're a striker that doesn't score goals.
But is it a player kind of like bought in above his station that goes, geez, maybe this level is one up for me? I got to run around. If I'm running around, the stats are good. I'm running.
I don't know, man. But like, to go back to your point, I only judge strikers on like what have you done for me?
Got to score goals, man.
What have you done for me?
And going back to even talking the 80s, right?
And also now, especially that Ruud van Nistelrooy is there, he'll be like, I didn't care how they came, but they came.
But who scores goals? Like, you go back through the great years of Ferguson, but even kind of pre that, there was Mark Hughes, Cantona, Cole, Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie,
York,
Ronaldo, Rooney, York. United have always had a striker. Solskjaer. Multiple. Sheringham. Always had strikers. Always had strikers.
Van Persie.
Now we're like, okay.
What's up?
I do not think any of these guys can score goals. Like, can you rely on them to score a goal?
It doesn't help to have a good 20, 30 goal season once every 5 seasons. That doesn't help anybody.
Well, listen, Rashford's not a striker. He's never given the inclination
That
he's a striker.
Yeah.
He is kind of this hybrid forward, Mbappe, wannabe.
I'd go with Rasmus Højlund. If he stays fit, though, that's the thing.
Well, that's the other thing. And there is a good side there. I think Ten Hag is floundering to save himself.
But like...
And that's what it is now. It's floundering.
But that's what I'm saying.
This ends one way.
Ten Hag out.
It ends one way.
And I say the powers that be at United, they're going to look at it. They're going to be like, it's the middle of November. We're 8th and we are so far away from Europe.
Anything,
bro. Let's just cut the cord. Let's just pull the cord right now. Pull the plug right now.
You know, and then kind of going, okay, well, is there progression if you go win Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa League, right? That's progression. Yeah. We will never win Europa League.
Yeah.
You know, Porto are waiting for us next. It's the Europa League follows the same format as the new Champions League.
Yeah.
We can't beat FC 20 and all due respect at home. But they finished higher in their league than we did. So what
we got in by back door.
What are we expecting?
Back door.
The thing with Ten Hag is that I'm not advocating for managers changing. You need consistency, but he just does not give any inclination that things are changing, that he can change, that he knows what to do.
I've got a question for you. Not finish your point.
No, it's just that, and you know, Ratcliffe gave himself an easy out because he gave himself an insurance policy because. If he's given himself, or all of them have gone, you know what? We actually can write off another season. Because if we replaced him beginning of the season, you can't write. You got to do something.
Exactly.
Now they're going to go, okay, well, nail him in November if results don't turn, which they're not going to. There is no with Tottenham on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, they're in a similar position. We're not going to beat Tottenham. Although,
who knows? Bro?
Who knows, right? And let's just pull Ten Hag and then
mid-table clash, boy.
Interim for 3 months, new manager, and you can write off a whole other season.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's just a waiting game.
So, my question to you, Paulo, is what do you constitute as a good season?
Right now, like where we're sitting right now, we're kind of like a month and a half in.
Yeah.
For where United are, a Champions League place would be, wow, that would be it. We're not winning Europa League. It's just too tough a competition. There's too many savvy teams in there, you know. But it's just like, I don't know who changes it, to be honest with you. So Ten Hag's time is limited. It's a matter of time.
He's on borrowed time, yeah.
It's not if, it's when.
It's when, yeah.
And I cannot. Who changes it? Who changes it? There is something else there. Hashtag hyena bones.
Do you think player attitudes are
You can't. How can you put it down to this? Is all new players, all guys who back him. Can you put it down to that? I don't know, man. Another thing that I do wonder. I wonder how complicit the fans are in this. And let's just frame that properly, right? There are people kind of feel that, if you're not from Manchester or you can't support a team, it's fine, believe it that way. Senzo and I are not lunatics about supporting. We don't go mad. Yeah. We're not those sort of guys. The match-going fans, and more specifically the match-going away fans,
bro,
they're kind of going, listen, we know what we are and we find we had our time. There's no pressure. I wonder if there shouldn't be more pressure.
No, they should be, bro. Because,
make people know how you feel. And not Glazers.
You think...
Players.
You think...
it's not the United way.
Exactly. Do you think this would happen to Real Madrid?
Exactly that. Real Madrid booed Ronaldo. They booed Benzema.
Gareth Bale, like they don't care.
They don't care because these are our standards. Barcelona, hankies.
Yeah?
Hankies come out.
White hanky boy.
There's no problem. It's the only time you ever see a Barcelona fan carrying white when the manager's got to go.
Yeah.
They want to shoot Xavi. Xavi's there. They love Xavi.
Yeah.
Hankies.
Sorry, bro.
And you've got to, it's a great question to ask because Bayern Munich, the elite clubs go, nah.
This is not it.
This is
not it.
This is not your project, my guy. This is our club.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
This is not, yeah, exactly. This is not your, I'm going to see how it goes. No. You come here.
Juventus.
Bundesliga, standard.
Yeah.
And then if we win the Champions League as well, but Bundesliga is non-negotiable.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a
non-negotiable.
failure. It's a failure season if you just win the Bundesliga.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's lukewarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rid of you. Like,
Yeah.
jeez.
And I think that's the thing. And it's, yes, are you entitled? And is it you? But you know,
Bro, expectations and standards, bro, they come from somewhere.
it's got to be, because you know what the thing is, and this is what I take. If you are getting shat on all week by rival supporters, people chirping you at work, you best know that I'm taking all that and I'm putting on the players.
Honestly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you guys represent us. Because the thing is, like, it's...
You fucking up my week.
Honestly. All the time. Like, now,
let you know.
Now I can't enjoy my Saturdays. Like, I must be pissed off all the time. And, like, you know, the people around me bear the brunt. It's you guys. It's you guys. Ah, man.
Pogba, come get your hyena bones.
Yeah, bro. Martial, also, if you know where it's buried, bro, like...
Martial knows.
You have to talk.
You got to talk, Martial.
I know you're in Greece now, but, like, you have to come talk, tell us what's up.
A man who... Hey, listen, I'm sad how this ended. I'm sad how it actually evolved. You sent this story. This is part of your five-a-side. Rafael Varane retiring this week.
Injuries, man.
Man, you know what? Like, I was very excited when he came to United. Because like, again, Real Madrid don't sell if they don't want to sell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't let players go who they don't know something about. So you had to wonder about that. But Varane has got to go down as one of the best centre-backs of his generation.
Bro, easily.
I mean, Rolls-Royce of a player.
Yeah, the only thing that he's missing is a Euro.
That's it.
Any game close.
In 2018, how's this for a year? He won the World Cup, Champions League, FIFA World Cup. He's in the FIFA Pro World 11, UEFA Team of the Year, Champions League Team of the Year, and then FIFA World Cup Teams of the Year, things like that. IFHS Men World Team of the Year. Didn't win the La Liga that season, but he has won multiple La Ligas.
3, yeah.
What a player.
Bro.
Like a real... Not even no nonsense, just a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, he gets
too
it.
easy to say.
He gets it. Do you know what it is? It's that guy who's responsible.
That's it.
It's the guy who's responsible. Like, okay, I'm leaving you with my house, and you want to throw a party.
And less so, he'll like fix the squeaky drawer.
Yeah, bro.
He'll
he'll do the garden, make sure
he'll plant some new plants,
and he'll make sure whatever he's eaten in your fridge that he's replaced
it with better
stuff.
You know. That's the guy.
That's Rafael Varane.
He'll get a cleaning service. That's Rafael Varane. And, back to United, when he first broke through, we were always linked with him because he was a bit of a child prodigy. I think he made his debut as
like 17,
really young. And very Lenny Yoro vibes, actually.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Real Madrid and just wins everything. Elite. But, again, with Real Madrid, okay, cool, cheers, bye, move on. We'll just get the next one.
Honestly.
There's always another Varane for them.
I think he got to a stage where he's like, dude, I'm complete, actually.
It could be, because the injuries,
complete. I'm complete. Like, I've done enough.
Yeah.
I'm a legend. I don't need you to tell me. I know I'm a legend.
Fantastic player. Glad he played for United eventually.
Yeah.
And upset it didn't work out better, but again, it's not his fault. He's the latest in a long line of superstars. Don't
honestly.
I want to put somebody on Fraud Watch.
To put him, please. Okay, I love Fraud Watch.
Fraud Watch is a bit of a thing. People get hype. We got to call frauds.
No, exactly. We have to look at the receipts and say,
that's it.
In terms of what you've done?
This man, bring your receipts, and you're kind of like, oh, no. Is this deductible? Can you? Julen Lopetegui. That man is on Fraud Watch for me.
His whole career is Fraud Watch, I think.
The guy currently at West Ham keeps failing, and I have to say failing upwards.
Yeah.
Is this a good manager?
No.
Right?
No, I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
Now, okay, we're making snap calls here because we're early in the season. West Ham, he's changing West Ham from the way David Moyes played, and he might get there, but I also don't think he will. I've seen this movie before with him.
Same.
So Lopetegui kind of like comes through. He was coaching Spain, coaching Real Madrid.
Yeah, and he got
gets into Spanish youth setups, kind of like goes through under 19, under 20, under 21. Goes to Porto, where at this stage when he was at Porto had, if not money was in refs' pockets. It was almost impossible not to win at Porto.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't really work out for him. Wasn't fantastic. Again, Porto's a club. If winning the league's the minimum.
Yeah.
He had this weird thing in Spain where he goes to the 2018 World Cup.
Jesus, bro. That was wild, eh?
And then says, it was a weird situation because if you don't remember, he goes to the 2018 World Cup, gets in, says, oh, by the way, I'm going to be Real Madrid manager after this. And then the Spanish FA went, fuck you.
Fuck you not.
It was weird though, because it's like, well, I mean, your contract with the federation had finished. You did what you needed to do. You qualified for them for the World Cup.
Yeah.
I found the whole situation quite strange. But this is the thing with Lopetegui. There's always strange situations.
That's the thing. Like, I'm just like, dude, like, nothing straightforward with you.
Yeah, it's always like strange.
There's always like there's a T&C. There's a clause. There's always a clause.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes to he then goes to Real Madrid, who he loses the Spain job over, and he's there a couple of weeks.
Before they bring in Zidane again.
I think he went in August 15th, and he was sacked October 28th.
Jesus, bro. Not even 3 months.
But again, just odd. What's up with him? He then goes to Sevilla, okay, and wins the Europa League naturally, but that's kind of like given at Sevilla. They're in trouble. Could be relegated this year. Okay, anyway.
Nah, I don't think they're too big too. But anything can happen in Spain, eh?
He's mates with George Mendes because there's a very clear pattern of the clubs he's going to. Porto to Real Madrid. He's obviously mates with George Mendes. If I stand correct, could even be his agent, but there's definitely a George Mendes connection.
Sure.
So naturally ends up at Wolves. Does nothing.
Yeah,
kind of like doesn't.
Does okay.
Wolves were kind of like, well, we need to exactly where West Ham are now. Like we're a solid Premier League side. We're never, we kind of like got over that relegation threat.
We're 8-9.
Yeah, we're happy to be a mid-table.
8-9 is cool. We're cool.
Keep the cash, the Premier League money coming in, but maybe you can take us forward in our way of play. Doesn't do it. Also, kind of like ends. I think he took over in November 22, and by May he was
goodbye.
In August 23, he's out before the start of the season.
For me, he's not consistent. Like
how do you keep failing into such big jobs?
It's a short term. Do you know what he is? He's the definition of a short term fix from long term solution.
Is he really?
No,
because he doesn't even do that.
He doesn't even do that. Yeah, he doesn't even keep you happy. It's just like, okay.
And listen, you get, and there's nothing wrong with, I think, being a career manager. That just goes, not a career manager, a career manager that just goes, whatever, dude. This is the game.
This is it.
This is it. He was a goalkeeper.
Okay.
I wonder if there's a difference to managers who were goalkeepers versus managers who are outfield players. They're kind of like solo.
Yeah, because as a keeper, you kind of feel like I play keeper for Inter-House, but like I was just like, yes, this is boring. You look for stuff to do.
You're like I play keeper indoor. I've been doing it for a couple of years, and you do feel you're on your own team.
Yeah, you're on an island. Yeah,
and I wonder if that impacts as managers, because I'm trying to think now as really successful manager there was a goalkeeper. Right? There's no one obvious. There's a couple. Like, I know Nuno Espírito Santo was a goalkeeper. But otherwise I'm kind of going, am I missing someone?
No.
Could be something to it. But anyway, Lopetegui's on fraud watch. I reckon by the end of this year, he's full of fraud alert.
Yeah, do you think he won't even make it to the end of the season?
No, end of the year. I'm even saying calendar year.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And guess what? Next move, Saudi Arabia. Cashing in those checks. That's him. And then go around 5-6 clubs in Saudi Arabia. Good luck. Good for him. But admit you're a fraud.
Honestly.
Julian.
Except what you are.
Fraud.
Because you're not like
you're on fraud watch.
You're not feeling any of the football minds. Like we see it. We've seen this movie. Like there's been plenty of you before.
Give me your thoughts, Roger.
Do you know what Lopetegui is?
Oh yeah.
He's a Spanish Sam Allardyce.
I don't even think it's that.
What?
Because Allardyce okay, maybe the luck has run out. Allardyce would at least change things. You knew if you brought Allardyce in, all the times he only got relegated the one time. All the times he saved teams from absolute dire.
Yeah.
He knew what he's going to do. It's not going to be pretty. No one's going to like it. I'm going to get you out. So at least he did that. Lopetegui doesn't even do anything. He's just there.
Yes.
More and more, I think George Mendes must be his agent because he's definition of a great agent. Rodri, his injury, has the title just swung? Has it opened up? Or do you think Pep's just going to be like,
Pep is Pep, bro.
I've got Gundogan. There's a reason I brought him back. We'll put John Stones in there. Like, don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
Pep is Pep. I only say City needs to worry if De Bruyne becomes.
Do you think so? I think they've kind of gotten over that because Phil Foden's definitely stepped into that.
Jeez, bro.
And De Bruyne misses a lot of games.
Yeah, he does.
A, through injury, and B, because he's a sulky little prick. Hey, did you see him at the end of the international break? Shut up. Just go. Stop playing international football.
Let me talk.
Stop playing international football.
No,
you hate it.
We don't need. Honestly, you're not obligated to go get your money, bro. Like,
stop it. You're in your 30s. It's not abnormal to stop international.
Honestly,
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, you've given them enough.
You play in summers, your skin. I get it. It's not easy.
You've given them enough.
It's not easy. But anyway, I don't even think so. Because everyone went, listen, the two people they don't replace. Haaland, because they become very reliant on the way he's playing. And of course you would. And Rodri. They say the secret of that is Rodri. You take him out, nothing's changed.
But I just feel bleak for him because of the Ballon d'Or situation. Do you think this hurts him?
I think,
no pun intended.
Well, we spoke last week. I mean, it's Vinny. So it's Vinny's, not that. It's Vinny's, man. It's Vinny's. What are you even talking about? It's Vinny's.
There's this guy called Hey Jude, bro.
Man, listen. Ballon d'Or is basically it's basically the race to be on the cover of a video game. And so I go, who looks better on the cover of a video game, Rodri or Vinny? Okay, and Bellingham's on here, FC. No. Right?
The thing is, Rodri's got no swag. He's got head boy swag. Everything's tucked in, boys.
I love it. I love tucked in, man.
Tucked in's reliable. That guy's an adult.
That guy's reliable.
That guy doesn't call. That guy knows what he's doing.
Reliable. He's going to loan me money for the tuck shop. He'll be there tomorrow to get the money back.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can rely. He's always got extra. Books.
Short back in size.
His books have that.
He's always the example. If you like Rodri. Do you think Pep goes there? So like Rodri, you guys should follow Rodri's example. Do you think he
even shows up and City's got his books? They got that the like laminate covers
exactly.
on them. No tails, like
exactly. Exactly.
That's Rodri. But there's no City squad is too big. They've got too many options. Pep is too clever. I think it's an easy thing to say, but Gundogan goes in there.
Oh man.
He's played times before. I mean, when Gundogan was there, Bernard Silva would drop in deep. He said, Rico Lewis is his new Philip Lahm. He's going to slot him in there, kind of done it before. So, what you going to do? Nothing changes. City win the title by December. Do you watch Welcome to Wrexham?
No, not yet.
So...
I'm gonna get bored one day. I'm gonna watch it. But like for me, it's always I'm looking at Deadpool.
So it would be better if it's that. It's kind of like, listen, it's fine. I mean, let alone the documentary. The story is great. Obviously, Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, two Hollywood guys come and pick up fucking Wrexham of all clubs, and buy them, invest money in, and it's a great Hollywood story. And of course, Ryan Reynolds turns everything into content.
Yeah.
But none of that would actually have an impact if the team wasn't really good.
Yeah.
Of course, the team's really good because they got money, they got exposure, sponsorships, they got access to sponsors and markets and money that they wouldn't have had before. So it's all fine. And I mean, Ryan Reynolds has got money, but he's not got billionaire money yet. Right? So they do have an advantage. And I mean, they were able to pay like Division 1 salaries in kind of like the lower leagues and attract players from there, and that's fine. They're currently sitting in Division 1, which is third division. Top of Division 1.
Yes.
I mean, are they Premier League bound? Could this thing happen?
If this happens, Ryan Reynolds will never hear the end of it.
How
many people do you think will go support Wrexham if they make the Premier League?
Oh, you know what happens? Because already every division they've gone through, they hated. So in the kind of the lower leagues, everyone hated. It was a nice story to begin with. Now it just kind of goes because the expectations rise. You're a novelty. You're a novelty until you become a threat. You're cute until you become a threat.
Exactly.
And then people start punching down at you. I mean, even the Hollywood derby a couple of weeks ago, Tom Brady's bought into Birmingham.
Yeah.
and they played each other. Hollywood swag all up in there.
Dude.
But like, can they really do it? And I mean, listen, the ambition was always to get to the Premier League, but they said over 10, 15 years. We're looking at 5 years. We're looking at straight promotion after straight promotion. I think they missed the first one.
Yeah.
And then they've just been up and up and up and up since.
I don't know, man. But that's weird.
You're cute until you become a threat.
Do they think, who was it? Is it Brentford or who was it that's not Brentford? It's Luton.
Luton did it. They went season after season after season. It's been done before. It has really been done before. They're getting a new stadium, someone else getting a new stadium. You sent me the story. I got some Everton fans in my life. I'm happy for them. Friedkin, your Roma owner.
God.
Has he, so the Friedkin Group buys into Everton, the owner of that. Is it just the owner or the entire Friedkin Group is in Roma? I don't think in Serie A you can buy teams.
Yeah.
Major investors.
Yeah, major investors. But
are they going to ditch Roma?
I don't know. Do you think, because Italians are very picky. Italians, they're very specific about what they're, I don't know. I think they're going to end up ditching them because, I mean, the Premier League is also a bigger ticket if you think about it. In terms of like blockbuster. Yeah, Roma, we wanted to see how this was going to go. You're not, screw you guys, you're on your own.
I think with enough money you can do too. So Everton, of course, have been in a lot of shit for a very long time.
Yeah.
Ownership-wise, there was a really dodgy group that popped up last year to buy them.
Yeah.
They didn't pass the fit and proper persons test.
Did that a Russian?
It was
Manov.
Very dodgy what was going on. The Friedkin Group, listen, they will probably pass it because they're already involved in Roma.
Yeah.
And Everton getting a new stadium. But listen, you can have the best owners. You got to stay in the league.
That's true. That's true. And like, that's my other thing. Is the owners, with a situation like that, is it the players or is it the management or is it the ownership?
So listen, obviously the ownership dictates a lot of that. I mean, if I'm Sean Dyche, I'm looking over my shoulder because listen, they did a great job last season.
Yeah.
They had that points deduction.
So do you think he's on borrowed time as well?
You know, any manager, I think,
when ownership changes,
at that level, when you've got Graham Potter floating around jobless, you know, there's I had a list of them, but there are a couple of really good Premier League managers with good reputations. Gareth Southgate, if you really want to go there, you know, is he quite ready for it? But it kind of goes, I think he's in trouble, and that's why he says is the ownership, because the ownership can come in and go, listen, okay, we can't buy players, definitely not at the level. No player is going to come into a relegation battle.
Yeah, into a dogfight,
you know, during the summer, during January. So let's get in a good manager, and Graham Potter has done it with Brighton. Do they promise him they're going to set it up that way? So I'd be worried if I'm Sean Dyche. And new owners want new things.
Yeah, of course.
You know, new owners want new things. They're not going to put up with that Sean Dyche football.
No. It's my house now.
You know what I mean?
I bought something now. I can turn it into what I want.
That's it. You know, they're not going to go look at Everton and go, okay, you know, listen, Everton, back in the days, I mean, I'm old enough to remember when Everton were part of what they called the Big Five.
Yeah.
You know, Everton, if not for the Hazel disaster and the European English clubs being kicked out of Europe, they would have had a European Cup.
I'm pretty sure as well.
Villa and Nottingham Forest got one. So I'm telling you.
Nottingham Forest got two, dude.
You know, because I think Everton went, I think they won the League 82. They missed 83 and they won 84, something like that. And they would have got them into Europe and they had a good side. That was a good side. And the way English teams were just dominating and doing really well in Europe over that period. So they would have had European Cups if not for that. Never been relegated from the top flight.
Yep.
Only them and Arsenal. Only teams never to have gone down. They escape every single year. Every year they get away with it. I got a soft spot for Everton. I got a lot of friends. My father-in-law supports Everton. And I go, if United disappeared off the face of the earth, which could be possible, I'd support Everton. You know why? So I could still hate Liverpool.
Yes. I like your thinking.
That's why.
But now Liverpool's owned by the Yanks. Merseyside belongs to the Yanks now.
Hey, and they shut on United when that was happening. But that's where the money's coming from. The Americans, they want
thanks.
It's kind of like it's very much NFL, NBA, kind of like big dick swinging.
Yeah.
I want to bring something to the table. Barcelona have proven that we don't know anything about soccer.
Dude, 7-0.
7 straight wins with a team of pretty much academy players.
Mine are UEFA blip, but 7-0 is impressive.
Bunch of kids Injuries. They've had a couple of injuries. Lewandowski just kind of getting another season out of him.
Yeah.
Danny Olmo.
Jeez.
What position does that dude play?
False 10.
I mean, this is a false footballer. He's just chaos, but wherever he goes.
Violence. There you go, bro. We need violence. Go on, Olmo.
I think Danny Olmo, if I have to say.
Lamal, though. Jesus, bro.
I mean, Lamal is great, but Danny Olmo, I mean, even going back to the Euro.
Oh, he was finishing everything in the Euro, bro.
If you want to talk about a tactically clever player.
Bro, Xavier.
That guy is so clever that he can just go into any situation.
And he does it.
Any position, and he just understands what he needs to do. He's so clever.
Someone said he's like the new Iniesta. I was like, I wouldn't go quite that far, but like, I was calling it. I said, there's something there. I said, guys, this guy's at Leipzig still.
And he moved, because here's at La Masia. He made a weird move to Eastern Europe. He was in Czech. Could he have been in Ukraine or Russia?
Yeah.
As a kid, then he goes to Leipzig. Listen, ends up where he ends up. He deserves to be there. Barcelona were all laughing at them because like, ha, you got no money. And they go, we don't care.
Yeah. Watch us.
We got this kid, Lamine Yamal. Every time I look at him, he's getting bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
Like if I compare him what he looked like in the Euro to now.
Oh, bro, they put him on the gym diet.
Don't speculate what they did. Maybe he's gone vegan with Lewandowski. Lewandowski eats his dessert first. He eats his meals backwards. So his wife's a fitness guru type of thing.
So he's become like, because Djokovic quit, he also became vegan to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah. So he starts with dessert and then finishes with his main.
Okay.
Always, whatever. He starts.
Is he a child? How old are you? Like 5?
Hey man, listen. I saw his wife. If she tells me to do that shit, I'll fucking.
I mean, we don't want to be.
We don't want to be that.
Have you heard of the guy's bank balance? Like, come on now.
We don't want to be that. But listen, Hansi Flick, he's got to get the props because there was a stage, and it was quite weird when obviously everyone knew Xavi was leaving, and they're looking for replacements. Like, oh, who would want to go into the mess at Barcelona? Who would want to go into the mess at Barcelona? Anybody.
Honestly,
anybody.
It's Barca, dude.
It's Barcelona. Like it doesn't matter. Dude. You're gonna go there.
It's Barca. That's what I keep telling people. Like, what? Like, people are like, oh, if you know, I was like, bro, anybody that gets offered the United job now and they turn it down, they're stupid. I mean, it's Man United.
Listen, at Bayern Munich, Hansi Flick did what Pep didn't do. Won the Champions League with Bayern. Pep didn't do that. Hansi Flick did that.
Just that Germany was a bit too much for him.
It's a bit too much, and listen, Germany on a different path right now, but it's natural that he'd work at Barcelona. He gets these big clubs. He understands them. He totally gets the situation. It's not like he's been left with a bunch of duds. I mean, there's
honestly
the youngsters he's got there. Okay, will they ever? I don't think any crop will be as generational as Puyol and that team. They're not bad.
I mean,
what's there? And he's turning Rafinha into something.
So what do you think? Barca, the standard is for them this season, La Liga and Champions League.
Well, I think with Real Madrid winning that double, you got to take one away from them.
Yeah.
But Champions League. Listen, Champions League is interesting to call this season. I think one of the traditional teams will still win it, but I think it'll be interesting to get there. I think for Barcelona, they got to go for La Liga.
Yeah,
I think if they get La Liga,
also then they're in a solid position now. They're like, okay, cool, let's hedge our bets here.
No.
Champions League, we'll go for it, but if it doesn't work out, then it's okay.
Yeah, and Real Madrid are going to be on the rails. Listen, Real Madrid can also just easily go 7 in a row. So they've got the ability. Of course, Barcelona, Ter Stegen going to miss the season.
Yeah,
knee injury. Speaking of Germany, I kind of like a bummer for him because he's always been Neuer's 2IC. Finally gets his chance. Arguably, listen, Neuer, the way he plays, I think is very dynamic, and very interesting. But I think
as a keeper, I think
Ter Stegen's better.
Yeah.
And I think you can do more with Neuer, but Ter Stegen's a better keeper. Finally gets his chance. I know he's going to be out for a season. Bummer. So Wojciech Szczesny coming out of retirement. Dude retired at 34, coming back to Barcelona. Again, people will play for Barcelona, man.
Fell up, bro. Szczesny also fills up. Like, I don't understand.
He's a good keeper.
Yeah, he's decent.
He is a good.
He's decent. I don't think Arsenal gave him a fair shake.
Yeah, he is a good keeper. We're going to go back let's swing round, stay in La Liga, El Clasico. Finally, you sent the story to me yesterday. Finally, something's been happening.
Took long. Took too long.
Vinny Jr. obviously always a subject of racist abuse.
It took too long though.
What's the story? Tell me more about the verdict.
It was something that happened in February, 5th of February, 2023.
Many incidents. Yeah.
Many incidents ago.
Yeah. Exactly. Many incidents. There's been many incidents, and this was many incidents ago. There's an argument, and I'm just raising the argument because my thought is very much in a different space. We've got to raise an argument. So the inherent thing is that, a lot of stuff is people say Vinny incites. Vinicius Jr. incites, right? He does.
That's no reason to be racist, folks.
And then there's and listen, social media kind of goes, oh, Spanish fans aren't racist. They just don't like Vinicius because then they put pictures of Lamine Yamal dancing. And they go, he's not getting any abuse, right?
He's Spanish.
So, but then do you go, is it a race thing? Is it he's Brazilian? Is he inciting?
He's Portuguese speaking.
There's no reason to be racist. It's irrelevant, but there's the argument. What's your take on that?
I don't know. I don't know, because the thing is, like, also, like, it's not just like the camera just tracking him. You feel me? So I'd have to see, like, over the course of some games, like, the camera solely on him, what he does, because otherwise, then.
Because
but also, it's like, even if he does, like I said before, like, there's no reason to be racist because this is.
There's a fine line between abusing a player and making monkey chants and throwing bananas at a player.
It's entirely different ball game. No pun intended.
That's the thing. You swear a player, throw stuff at him.
Because like monkey, now, if you insult, like if you insult him in that way, now I know what kind of a person you're like, and I don't need to see more.
Yeah.
Because now, cool. Now it's not just him that you're insulting. Now it comes with a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But also, I just think like. Spain and UEFA, like, man, in terms of dealing with this racism thing, like they need to do more.
Yeah,
they need to do more because you get the punishments are more severe for false advertising than they are for racism, which is like, what are we doing here?
It's a problem that they're never going to solve because football is a mirror of society.
True,
and like I don't know, there is a very different. Race dynamic in your Latin countries.
Yeah, those Mediterranean countries, yeah.
There's a very different race dynamic. It's not right or it's not wrong, and it's not really for me to talk on it because I'm not in it all the time, but I mean, I am exposed to it to a degree from the Portuguese side. There's education needs to be done at a completely different level.
I don't think it's...
Because La Liga have taken the point and go, this is not football's job to sort this out. This is a society job.
Yeah.
They're going, this is not a football problem. This is a society.
I get where they come from because the thing is like, we can't, and it's also not, and it's not an issue that the players of color need to sort out because they're not the ones with the problem.
So the thing that keeps coming up in that is players going, if it happens again, we're walking off. We've spoken about it before, but is that the way to do it? Because
but where does it stop?
And like, okay, then the guys doing it win. And listen, it's complicated for me to say. I can't speak on it. Like,
the guys doing it win. That's the thing.
I'm never going to get racially abused at that level. It's hard for me
we have to forfeit. We have to forfeit something we like to.
Yeah, and then you win. Listen,
I don't think players walking off changes anything.
Vinny walks off the field for racist abuse. Vinny doesn't play. He will get banned for a year in La Liga. Yeah. That's what they will do.
Yeah.
And they will 100% ban him.
Yeah.
Because I said there's protocols in place. You got to do it.
Yeah.
He will get banned.
True.
Him specifically because there is a thing around him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Complicated, man.
Oxmans just deck each other, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Just, you know what? Racist incidents, right.
Stop match.
NHL style. Gloves off, sort it out.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Bring the guys down, sort it out. Let me show you.
Bro, we got into an incident the one time in Pretoria and somebody held the K word at my friend. My friend was like, you know what? Boom, guy went to sleep. They called the cops. Then they asked my friend, like, what happened? He said, he called me this. And the cops were like, well, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Cheers. Goodbye. In a McDonald's, I was like, cool. Awesome.
So that's it. Stop the game. Bring the racers on the field. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Come, you're on a piece.
Yeah.
And the ref must let it happen.
Let it happen.
Yeah.
Okay. We're solving the problems.
No, I mean, but like, I mean, you know, with things like that, you have to speak to people. And I'm not advocating violence, but you have to talk to people in a language they understand.
And that's it. You're dealing with the lowest common denominator who's going to go do that at a football match. Anyway. And most of the times when the videos come out, it's in front of kids. You know. You said Super Saiyan earlier.
Saiyan, yeah.
Excuse me, I'm old. Super Saiyan. A guy who's gone Super Saiyan, and Michael Olise, man.
Jesus, bro.
Where did
that is not my final form.
Where did that come from?
You see, I pay 50 million for you, and you see, this is what I get.
He was always good. Like he always had something.
Oh, but now he's like, okay, now I'm around other guys that
and
understand.
You're going, you know what? The move from Crystal Palace to Bayern Munich
is something else.
Massive.
Monument, dude. It's a shift.
And it's not like, I mean, if you Eze, I'm not even try. Eze, right?
Yeah.
If it was him, because Eze steps up every time Eze is there, and he went to Bayern. It's like, okay, cool. The guys used it. Olise was kind of like, you know, Zaha will do it and Eze will do it, and sometimes I need to do it, but it wasn't every time. He's gone to Bayern, and not only that, it was kind of like France in the Olympics.
Yeah,
I mean, as well.
Yeah,
it's like, look at him and Mateta. I was like, what are you guys up to? He goes, I mean, his form at Bayern Munich.
Give us the numbers.
He has done this season 4 games in the Bundesliga, 3 goals, 2 assists.
Jesus.
Champions League, 1 game, 2 goals. And of course, there was that gimme game.
Don't worry, Harry. Don't worry. I got you.
Hey, and it's not just the yes, goals and assists, but it's everything about him.
Yeah.
He's confident. He's...
Bro, you know, when you buy, like, when you bring in somebody, and especially people who are young, and they do that, you're just like, he doesn't need a babysitter.
No, but in saying that, he's a very shy, he seems very shy.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, Olise was, he's born in England.
Yeah.
Came through England, but his mother is French, and so that's why he qualifies to play for France. Oh, and in amongst all this, makes his debut for France. Gets his call up to France and makes his debut.
France were like quickly on.
Exactly. Before England was sniffing around. Yeah, England was sniffing around. He goes to Bayern Munich. There was this funny clips of his first interview at Bayern Munich where he kind of wasn't saying anything. There was another funny clip of we getting a man of the match where the story goes he didn't want to come for the man of the match to do the interview, and Musiala, who's younger than him, had to come pull him out and make him do it. There was photos of them at Oktoberfest last week, him just looking not impressed and not interested, but looking cool as shit, but just going, this is not me in Lederhosen. But in Babysitter, he's got Musiala, who's younger than him. Like,
bro, don't worry, I got you.
You know, it's okay. But
you're
anyway,
my buddy. You're my buddy.
Michael Olise, I knew there's a player in there.
Now you've always said it.
That level up.
Yes.
That level up so quickly.
Because also the thing is, Bayern don't just pay 50 million euros for garbage.
Because Bayern don't spend money like that.
Unless you're Harry Kane.
And they'll spend money in the German market, but for them to come to the Premier League
and say, listen here, we want this right now.
You know,
but also, do you think it's now that things have to evolve at Bayern, because now that model of doing things like that is outdated? I don't know.
I mean, listen, yeah, because obviously the Bayern thing is go buy the best from your competitors. That's always going to happen. It's probably just a cycle at the moment. I mean, because of them to spend big on Harry Kane, that Michael Olise, Joao Palinha, you know, don't forget him as well, spent a decent amount of money on him. There has been a little bit of a shift, but I think it'll come around again. You know, you just got to give the other teams times to regenerate. Yeah. And then Bayern will be back buying German again. You know? That's their model. But they're like, listen, we got to get a Champions League. We got to get our Bundesliga back. Whatever it takes, we're going to do it. So
got to go to Oktoberfest, bro.
I could do with that, man.
I found that weird, eh?
Oktoberfest?
Yeah. No, well, not Oktoberfest. Like, we're a professional football club. Guys, let's go on your day off. This is a piss up. Let's go get pissed, folks.
Do they?
No, I don't think they get pissed.
I don't think they get pissed. Listen, I'm sure Thomas Muller's getting stuck in there.
Thomas Muller's Thomas Muller, bro.
And Neuer, they're probably getting stuck in, but I suppose the rest...
Nine.
And Thomas Muller's saying 9 beers. That's what he's saying. So 5-a-side, our favorite story. So after this, Senzo is going to We love football documentaries. After this, you said an All or Nothing.
Yeah, bro. I was watching, yeah.
All right, let's get into that. Working title FC. Thank you for lasting this long.
Yeah, exactly.
It's at least 1 half plus referee's optional time.
Yeah.
That's how long you've been listening.
Fergie time, squeaky bum time, bro.
Going back to the United thing, we're not even in the Europa League game, first half, 45 minutes and 1 second. That's how little we're doing. That's how little is.
Bro, come on, you don't apply pressure. You don't know how to apply pressure.
There is so little happening in our games that the referee goes, fuck it.
Now, right now.
It's done.
Pull the plug right now.
Pull it right now. Okay, so Senzo and I, at one stage, we're going to do a whole different spin-off of our favorite sports documentaries. Yeah. But that involved way too much commitment. We got documentaries to watch.
Yeah.
So we're going to bundle it into Working Title FC, the main show. And last week I spoke about Di Maria's documentary.
Yeah.
Changed my perception of him slightly. I know you're all over sports documentaries. What do you have for us?
I watched the Arsenal All or Nothing, and yeah.
So the All or Nothing series is from Amazon, kind of no holds barred. They've done a couple: Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, and then across other sports.
Yeah, there's a Newcastle one. Yeah, and bro, like you just see what Arsenal were when Arteta came through.
So they kind of picked it up where Arteta came in, right? Where he replaced Emery. It was that kind of switch over.
And it makes sense, actually. It makes sense. Like when you see the progression and you see how each player develops, and you just see like, you watch it and you're like, okay, he's not there anymore. He's not there anymore. He's not there anymore. And you know, that's why I called it with Arteta. I was like, this guy, he gets it. They have to be patient. They have to be patient, but you can see there's a clear plan. And he doesn't do it like when he gets rid of players. It's not like very, I don't know. It's not Ten Hag style. Ten Hag, it's about making a statement and making a. Arteta's like, I win you out slowly because I got a 21-year-old Saka. I am not going to, mess him up.
I think what's the interesting thing to go back and watch All or Nothing, because I think that one was probably it's quite a while now, maybe 4 seasons back?
Three seasons.
Because there was COVID. I think it was around COVID, right?
No, it was just after COVID.
Just after COVID, right? Yeah. And of course, Arteta takes over Arsenal at quite a low point at that stage. I think they'd come out the back of Emery.
And they hadn't made Europe.
And it was kind of like, and he was a surprise appointment. You think about it now, he's like preeminent Premier League manager, but he was Pep's assistant. And that doesn't always go well. The jury's out on Maresca at the moment.
Yeah.
And does assistant translate, especially the size of club of Arsenal, right?
Yeah, bro.
And to go back and like, if anybody listens to this and goes, okay, let me check it out, All or Nothing, it is on Amazon. To go back and watch and see where Arsenal are now, like you say, it's not an accident. There is so much joined up thinking in everything.
Honestly.
What All or Nothing, I think it gives you an insight. Arteta's been made fun of. You would have seen the memes of the weird thing. He drew the little thing with the heart and the brain together. And he does little weird motivational things.
Yeah.
And I think we can sometimes, and you see a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because All or Nothing is that. It's no holds barred, right?
Yeah.
Full access.
It's all or nothing.
The previous ones, I think they're getting a little bit sanitized. And,
they are getting a bit sanitized.
So I think the Newcastle one ended abruptly.
Yeah, it did.
It just stopped, right? But you kind of go, oh no, look at this like weird corporate double speak and this lame motivational stuff. But I think what you need to remember about that is we're approaching it from a cynical
we're very cynical about
where
it.
we probably work in offices, work in businesses where we've seen that and it's lame.
Sure.
Majority of footballers, the thing that strikes you about this is how young footballers are.
Yeah.
How young they are.
Exactly. Because the thing is like, you say so because like we're older and we're not sitting there. Because like in football terms, we're washed up. We're washed up in football terms, and you sit there and you're like, actually, he has to appeal to them that way because these guys are young.
They're really
kids.
Impressionable.
Yeah, they're kids.
Like when you see Smith Rowe, for example, and you speak about Saka, there's children now.
Yeah,
they're children then.
Having to harbor so much responsibility,
and that sort of stuff goes like. It does impact because I remember being that age entering the workplace and not a footballer, but I worked at like a very high, I kind of like worked at the top of my profession in the business that was top of my profession. And you do get fed that crap. They do feed, but you buy into it.
Of course you buy into it.
My God, you buy into it.
Of course you buy into it.
Because you don't know anything else. And it works.
You're still wet behind the ears, to use a term. But like, it's, and you see it and you're just like, okay, cool. And I like how involved the Kroenke kid is, Josh Kroenke. Like, I like how involved he is, because he's also not like, he's like, okay, cool, let me level with you. Let me level with you, because I'm not going to be like, okay, cool, this is my house or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me level with you. So, I just,
There's definitely an understanding, and one of the things you see specifically struck me in the Arsenal one is that how close Arteta, it's Josh Kroenke, is he?
Yeah. Stan Kroenke's son,
and Edu.
Yeah.
How, especially
like
Arteta and Edu, how those two just work together. Were they teammates? Did they cross over as teammates?
Nope.
They were both at Arsenal. I don't know if they crossed over.
I don't think so.
But how they worked together, the three of them, and it's just joined up thinking, and it's just understanding, and it's just, like I say, if you go back now and you watch that, you're going, this is very intentional how they got you. This wasn't just a series of accidents.
It wasn't fluke.
Yeah.
But like, do you think it has to be like that in a club for it to work?
So let's draw a comparison, right? Tottenham also did an all or nothing.
Yeah.
And absolute gold dust for these guys, because when they started it, Mourinho wasn't manager.
Yeah.
And I think you could see they rejigged and re-edited to start it with Mourinho being appointed.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that is gold. Mourinho's star quality.
Yeah. He's blockbuster.
But you see there, and, Daniel Levy's a different kettle of fish, but how Levy, strangely, found himself inferior to Mourinho, which I think a lot of people will.
Yeah.
Where you see with Edu and Arteta, they're equals. You could see that Levy was pandering. Levy was, if they could put heart eyes on him,
he was in awe.
He loved that he had got Mourinho as his manager, right?
He's dating his crush.
And suddenly there's a different dynamic, because we're not working together. You're working for me, Mourinho. You're working for me.
Yeah.
And Levy did, but until Levy goes, no.
I'm the boss,
right?
here.
And it kind of reflects in Tottenham post Pochettino. It's kind of been this series of nothing really happening. So I do think it needs to work together. You do have got to be symbiotic.
But like, also, that's my thing. Like, why have a football director of football or sporting director if him and the manager are on different pages? Like, what are we doing?
Well, that's the thing. And listen, every club is going to have the same structure. Some clubs are going to be like, you just coach the first team. Don't worry about academy. We'll bring you players when it's ready, and the rest of it. Don't worry about transfers. We got transfers. You have a say, but we kind of going to get the guys we need.
Sure.
But again, like I say, and again, going back to the City one, you can see that kind of working relationship between Pep and all his ex-Barcelona mates.
Yeah.
That's why it works.
We understand the thinking.
That's Arsenal all or nothing.
Also, don't fix it if it's not broken.
Or if it is broken, he has a very clear way how to fix it.
There's a solution.
There's a very clear way how to fix it. The all or nothings, they go out of football as well. There was an all or nothing with the New Zealand, the All Blacks.
Yeah, and then there's the one
before they became Springboks bitch.
Yeah, and then there's one with the Australian cricket team.
Yeah. Have you watched the other ones, the other sports ones?
I've watched the New Zealand All Blacks.
What's the dynamic with those? Because I know you started with the Arsenal one, but maybe let's talk broad about all or nothing.
So the all or nothing one with the New Zealand, like it's funny because like with the New Zealand one, it's them at their height. So it's them at the end of the Richie McCaw era, and you just see it and you're just like, yo, to be where they are now. But I suppose, every cycle ends. And
listen, they had an era of like 12 years.
Yeah, bro, where they were just untouchable.
And hopefully Springboks are going into that now.
Yeah. This is our dynasty. This is our dynasty. And like, you see it with the Australian cricket team. Because the Australian cricket team, they started from Sandpapergate. So when they came here and their Oaks were using sandpaper and stuff like that. And then how they had to remodel everything to where they are now. Because they're the Test champions and they're the ODI champions and they retain the Ashes.
Yeah.
Bro, in 1 year, that's a pretty big thing. Yeah. So that is a pretty big thing.
Absolute high.
Yeah, absolute high, because from here it's like,
And the same, can you see in those sports how they got there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You can see it very, very well, because there has to be, like, people underestimate how much of behind the scenes what goes on, and especially like with cricket, because with cricket, like, I don't just pick the team by myself.
Yeah, the selectors. Yeah.
There's selectors and the coach hardly picks the team. Like in
captain
cricket.
makes the call. Yeah,
captain makes the call. Like, can we trust this guy? Can we, bro? And in cricket, like, because cricket, you have to be around Oaks for a long time away from him, like 3-4 months.
So that's one of the things that I think is quite interesting versus an all or nothing of a football club, which is kind of a microcosm, versus an all or nothing around a federation. So like New Zealand or Australian cricket, because now you're talking way bigger, and you're not talking about exactly a couple of days away for an away game. You're talking about series, tours,
bro,
getting away, massive World Cup.
You see it with the Ashes. Like with the Ashes, it's like, bro, we're gonna go to England and we're gonna play 5 tests. That doesn't happen. Like, that's not a 1 month thing. That's not a 2 month thing. It's like 3-4 months. Like, you're with these guys, and guys, they pick up your habits and they see what kind of a person you are, bro. Because I have to live with this person, and they root together. All, so it's, bro, I see you more than I see my wife.
Yeah,
you feel me? And like, it's, and at that level, if Oaks can't trust you, I mean, you look at an example with Kevin Peterson when he texted all his mates from South Africa about, so and so bats like this.
Yeah,
bro, they yanked him out quickly.
Yeah,
quickly, like, and you know, for lack of a better term, if I'm going to go bat for you, like, I need to know that you'll do the same for me.
That's it.
And I don't have to question it. And that's the thing. With New Zealand rugby, I think that the what hurt them the most is because in New Zealand, you sign a central contract.
Yeah.
So if you play for the All Blacks, you have to play for a team in New Zealand. Well, now it's a bit different.
No.
But now I'm like, these guys know each other well and stuff like that. But I think what hurt New Zealand rugby and why New Zealand rugby is where it is because we're like, you know what? You guys don't want us. Senzo doesn't want us. Let's go up north. More money, and, you know, also the traveling is better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So now the players were against it because they're like, bro, what are we going to do? What are we going to gain whipping Australia every time?
Yeah, what do you gain?
And like, with all due respect to the Pacific nations, like they're not on par with us. So like, where does it go?
And have you watched any of the? Because there's a couple of all or nothings on American sports.
No, not the American sports ones.
Are they not? Are they not?
They are. There's like one on like football, but like,
okay, you haven't watched them. Okay,
yeah. Because also like with American sports, also the thinking is also very different.
Sure.
The thinking and the way things are run, and like, because also in American sport, also people don't get relegated.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's not like quite as high stakes.
Yeah.
With all, I mean, also you do crap. I mean, we'll give you a first draft pick.
Exactly. You got drafting and that. It's there to balance, I suppose. I mean,
yeah, it's for parity, but like,
so. If we're talking general all or nothing, that's a documentary review this week. If people are going to start on one, you sitting there go, okay, I need to consume one.
Watch if you're going to consume one, and if you're going to watch a progression of how things. Okay, I see the Arsenal thing. Watch the Australian cricket team one. It's called the Test. It's called the Test. Like, watch that one, and from where they are, and like, and you see how they went through a couple of coaches, and like, you're just like, okay, that makes sense. And also with them, it's very. Because now they say being the Australian cricket captain is the most important job after the Prime Minister. So, yeah.
I want to do all or nothing Bafana.
Oh, well,
spoiler alert. Nothing. We got a part where it's Senzo's non-football story of the week. But can I steal it? Do you have a non-football story of the week?
You can steal it by all means, because I did last week.
So... you did Diddy last week. Diddy did it. He's not eating. He's in prison, not eating. So listen, Springboks wrap up tomorrow against Argentina in.
It's the Augies.
We've won it, right? We won.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like nice to win it at home. Yeah. A lot of the story, of course, Argentina beat us last week, and Manie Libbock, of course, takes a lot of heat.
Yeah.
There's two schools of thought here. One school of thought is going, well, you know, Manie Libbock didn't play the whole game. It was a collective failure. You can't pin the blame on one guy.
Yeah.
On the other side, people are pinning the blame on one guy. I know where I sit. Where do you sit on that?
With Manie Libbock.
So, Manie Libbock, because the Manie Libbock situation.
So where do you sit on it, actually?
Okay. The Manie Libbock situation is not a new situation.
It's not, yeah.
It started last year. It was never addressed. It was just put aside because Andre Pollard came. Sasha Feinberg Gomazulu comes nice. Also,
awesome.
You don't have to deal with the situation. So this is, and who the fuck am I to tell Rassie Erasmus?
Honestly, what do you know?
What do I know, right? But so the situation on his kicking wasn't dealt with.
Yeah.
And now
we did shelve it.
Right. And literally a year later, we're in a situation where he now gets the game-winning kick.
Yeah.
Right? And because we didn't deal with the situation, he misses the kick. Now, this is part of progression. It's kind of irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It wasn't key until it is key. So that's my first standpoint. I'll tell you where I sit on it. But that's my opening stance. Over to you.
I feel the same way you do about it because I'm just like, guys, we've shelved this thing for too long. And like now, you know, at some point you're going to need to address it because it's going to come where it hasn't cost us majorly yet. But you have to address it before it does because now you do that against New Zealand and like now we need to win the championship and now there's no one else to do it.
Yeah.
Then what?
Because, and the Kip thing, oh, well, we've got this one can kick, can this one kick? Okay, but they're not kicking. He needs to kick, okay?
Exactly.
The bigger picture for me is, and listen, it seems if they haven't dealt with it and confronted in a year, they're not going to confront it. There's just some things in sport you just go, okay.
Yeah, this is what it is.
This is what they've accepted. They've accepted certain things in exchange for other things, and we all know that really special players are given that rope. We get it. Okay. When you are an elite sportsman, and not like I'm speaking with any authority, there is a degree where you need to be clutch. So
yeah.
People saying, and this is less for me saying to...
but I think, sorry, speaking to your point, I think everybody in that 15 has to be clutch.
That's what I'm saying.
At some stage, bro.
Because I'm addressing more this kind of like commentary on social media going, oh, you can't blame him, the participation trophy crowd, right? Those fuckers, okay?
The pat on the back people.
You know, the people that are going like, when you're going through a real
everybody gets a medal.
Yeah, exactly, right? And those people like, oh, come on, Barca, I'll support you no matter what. No, I'll support you no matter what, but you've given me the good life right now.
Oh, bro, it's nice.
You know what I mean?
The standards. These are my standards now.
I didn't set those standards. You set those standards.
Yeah.
Okay?
You got me used to this.
So when I get it that he wasn't there, and I get it. You're not an upstart team. You're the back-to-back world champions.
Bro, you are the guys.
Every player on that field, every player in that squad needs to be clutch. And if he needs to come in the last fucking second of the game to win the game,
that's what I expect.
Got to be able to do it. Or you shouldn't be there. Or as fans, we shouldn't excuse it.
Yeah, and we shouldn't be questioning it.
People can miss. I get it. These things happen. It happens.
But it can't be more often than not.
You got to be clutch. At that. And again, we started the show talking about United in a dynasty. Dynasties stay at the top because every player
is that guy. Is the guy.
Is that guy.
Every player is that guy. We've got 15 that guy.
You need to be. You need 20 that guy.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I agree with you. Like it doesn't just. These things do not happen by accident.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't end up here by accident. You were the guy somewhere. It's just that the other guy is just a bit more of that guy.
Exactly.
But it doesn't take away from what you do. But I get you. Like being clutch. Like you can't teach being clutch.
No.
You can't teach being clutch. It's either you're clutch or you're not.
Yeah. And you go through dynasties. You go through Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
I mean, we never spoke about the dream team in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Clutch after clutch. Which game was it where they were so far down? Was it against France?
Serbia,
where they're so far down. And you just knew.
And then Steph Curry
LeBron and Steph Curry
said, listen.
Don't worry.
They said, listen. Don't worry. How many of you got LeBron? Oh, you're LeBron. I'm Steph Curry. Unanimous MVP. I'm that guy.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss one.
Bro, do you see what he did to the French?
I'm not. But the point is, it's like, I'm not going to miss one.
Yeah.
That's just not going to happen. That's where I am.
Let me go on the heater. Because, like, you know, you listen to LeBron James speak about, like, you know, who he'd like to play with. One name he mentions, he goes, Steph Curry. Because, bro, that guy's unguardable. That guy is unguardable. Like, that guy, you can just throw the ball to him at any time and you just You know what's going to happen.
Look, especially in the Olympics where on the 3-point line is closer.
Oh, man.
And it's not even a joke for Steph Curry. There was the one game where he wasn't even looking. He's just like, every time he sinks it, he looks at LeBron.
I watched the Sports Center the one time, and they had a thing. Steph Curry was literally for the whole of the Sports Center. He made how many? He made 105 3-pointers in a row. 105.
And how many of those were to change the game and swing it in Golden State?
No, it doesn't practice.
Okay, all right. But in NBA, how many times is he not doing that to swing it? And that's the point of this. It goes like, guys, elite level. Listen, provincial rugby, when you're an upstart for Argentina, shame. If you play for Argentina, shame.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. When you play for Springboks,
bro, come on. What are we doing here?
The clock is done and I need you to come take a kick and you're not warmed up properly, whatever. I need you to sink that.
But that's the thing.
There's no option.
Like with New Zealand as well. Like now, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know now. They're like, geez, bro, we're a shadow of ourselves. We're a shadow of ourselves. I think Bowden Barrett's probably going home. He's like, what the hell is this?
And because you go back and somewhere there was an issue that somebody went, it's great now. We are feast. We have got
awesome,
3 deep in every position. We don't need to deal with his
issues.
His 5% off. We don't have to because we're feasting.
We've got enough.
Food runs out, and suddenly that 5% loses you shit.
I think but we are spoiled. It's because like now, after Pollard, there's a 22-year-old Sasha Feinberg Bombers who are like, we don't have to think about it. So money, you just here because you're just filling in. But like, I think you know what. Also, I say good on Rassi because he said you didn't run away from the problem. He said no, you're dropped.
Yeah,
he said
yeah.
You come in again because that's the only way you're going to build his confidence. That is the only way. What are you going to do? You're going to shove him until you need him, until you desperately need him. No. Also, you don't learn anything from that because then now we go to. God forbid there's another World Cup now, and they're like, now we don't have anybody else because Pollard's not going to play forever.
That's exactly it, man. But anyway, you got to be clutch. No participation trophies.
No.
When you're back to back.
No. You play for the Springboks, bro.
Yeah, no participation trophies. Listen, a guy who does not partake in participation trophies is Carlo Ancelotti. He was an inductee into our Goat Farm. Man. Goat Farm is our Hall of Fame. Love Don Carlo. Listen, man, you got to go back. You got to listen to this episode. Just the list of players he has both played with and coached.
I think he's complete.
This guy, they call him the Don, and he's going to get it on. The next goat I'm releasing on the Goat Farm, right, is, I think, the greatest football manager of all time.
Oh.
I think he's the greatest football manager of all time. I'm going to tell you why. But before he was the greatest football manager of all time, he was a fantastic player. I'm going to open the gates next for Don Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Okay? Going back before he was the Don.
I can co-sign that one.
So now, Senzo is a fan of Don Carlo because Don Carlo was part of the Roma midfield. Because what you don't know, Ryan, Ancelotti was a phenomenal player.
He was sick.
He was a phenomenal player.
Just that he played in the Avengers of teams.
He wins. I mean, I just popped up a photo
here. Look at that short back and sides,
of Carlo Ancelotti as a player.
I need that Roma jersey,
wearing a pornographic Roma jersey.
I need that Roma jersey.
Number on the sleeve.
That's very cool. I've never seen this before.
It's a white shirt with kind of like,
Looks like
Roma's
the German
orange
colors on it, like
the Roma's orange colors, man. So look at the guy in the background. Look at that guy. That guy's from Mussolini era Italy. Look at him.
Oh, yeah, bro.
That's 1979. That boy's from That guy's from 1939. 19 fascist. That guy was definitely marching with the black shirts.
Yeah.
So, Carlo Ancelotti, midfielder, first club Parma. He then moves to Roma, and
didn't play for bad clubs either.
Was part of the second Roma side, the second title, second Serie A. Roma haven't won many Serie A's. Senzo?
Last one we won was in 2001.
Exactly, and there was the gap in between. So Ancelotti won, and then
mind you, we did have a sick team.
You did. So he is. He has his roll call, right? Don Carlo, regarded as one of the greatest managers of all time. He's the most decorated manager. He's won the trophy 4 times as a coach.
Champions League,
Champions League, twice with AC Milan, twice with Real Madrid. He's also the first and only one to have managed teams in 5 Champions League finals. As a player,
listen to this.
This is why I induct him, because he was the pivot of Arrigo Sacchi's all-conquering Avengers, as Senzo says, of football. AC Milan, 1989
First guys to
and
say
1990. He was pivotal in that midfield. He's one of 7 people to have won the European Cup or Champions League as both a player and manager. And he's also the first and only manager to have won league titles in all of Europe's top 5 leagues.
Yep.
Wow.
Right?
He's done it, clocked it, bro.
He has done it all. Now,
Clocked the game.
let's go to him as a player. As a midfielder, he was a dynamic all-action midfielder. He played anywhere, right?
Yeah.
But what makes him so GOAT for me as a player? And Ryan said to me a few weeks ago, what was Ancelotti like? I'd say, you know what? In Arrigo... Now, listen. Do the reading. Arrigo Sacchi was like a philosophical coach to the point of like Rinus Michels and I think Rinus Michels, maybe Johan Cruyff, around about the same time. Arrigo Sacchi took the best of Catenaccio and then went, you know that total football they're doing in Holland? Let's go get their 3 best guys doing that and bring it over here.
I forgot that team had Van Basten.
Frank Rijkaard, Marco Van Basten, and Ruud Gullit.
Prime.
So he went, we've kind of got a good bunch of Italians.
He did get
here.
Prime Van Basten, yeah. He did.
Wait, just before his injury. Van Basten bombed out early 90s. He picked him up late 80s, right? So Sacchi went, yeah, we'll do this. You guys go do that. And we'll kind of do everything together. And guess what? Carlo Ancelotti, you run the whole thing. You're my brains on the field.
Yep.
Right? So what I don't think of, or what I think of that I don't think they can understand, and you're talking elite footballers here. You're talking about total footballers. And he gives Carlo Ancelotti the reins to do that role, right? So he plays on it. That he goes, this is cool. I'm gonna kind of do that, right? So he has this phenomenal career as a footballer. Ryan, to say who he is like, I watch Rodri, and I find Rodri very similar.
I find
Rodri.
I see Rodri. Do you know, for me, it's probably like Pirlo.
I think he was. He didn't pass like Pirlo.
But I see why you say Rodri, because Pirlo didn't get his hands dirty.
Well, that was the thing.
Ancelotti could.
Ancelotti did what he needed to do. If Ancelotti needed to go to the right wing, he'd go. You know,
Juan Sebastian Varane.
Varane again didn't get his hands dirty. And listen, I don't think Varane played in elite sides. Varane played in that great Parma side, which did nothing, did the Lazio side, which won the Serie A. But for Carlo Ancelotti to do it like he did, right? So this is Carlo Ancelotti as a player. Senzo's pointing up.
Listen to this, right? As with Milan, he was often deployed in front of the back 3 as a central or defensive midfielder, a position which allowed him to set the tempo of his team, play with a winning back possession. He is regarded as having been the mentor and predecessor to Demetrio Albertini and Andrea Pirlo.
But that's what I'm saying, man. He's more Rodri.
Yeah.
Albertini, great shot.
Yeah.
Great shot. But that's why I say a modern day player.
But yeah, when I look at it, I was like, Pirlo doesn't do the sculpt.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to do the ugly work.
He doesn't want to do the ugly work. Where Ancelotti, he didn't like, but I'll do it. He was also part of the 1994 squad.
Stevie G?
I mean, don't bring your shit here. I'm trying to talk about cultured, educated, intelligent footballers, and you bring Stevie G, who was so ill-disciplined that in Istanbul, Benitez said, I can't take you off because that's suicide, but you go to the right wing, go right back, so you can't fuck up my plans. I'm going to put Didi Harman there. Because all the things you didn't want to do, Didi Harman's going to do. Stevie, I can't take you off, but go there.
I like it.
Go there.
Yeah.
Stevie G had his things. Tactical discipline, understanding of the game was not one of them.
Yeah.
That's why he kind of had this guy called Xabi Alonso next to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
True.
right. Maybe a Xabi Alonso is also a nice one to compare to Carlo.
Xabi Alonso and Pirlo is basically the same thing.
Guess what? He manages both of them.
My God.
Okay. I want to. Here is a squad of players. Now, remember, Carlo Ancelotti.
He had Maldini.
Whoa, Senzo, you're skipping the queue. You're skipping the queue here.
The surface here.
You're
Hold on.
skipping the queue here, right? So, finished playing his coaching career. Doesn't start off well.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
He goes to Parma. doesn't really do well.
The Palmer.
Right?
Bro, this guy's had blockbuster. Bro.
You know what he does?
Tell the people what
Sells
he did.
Zola. He gets to Parma, sells Zola. Like, dude, don't do that. Like, Zola was ordained by Maradona. Maradona said Zola's my successor.
Yeah.
Right? So he sells Zola to Chelsea, Ryan.
You're welcome, Don Colo.
Okay. Doesn't start well, but then he kind of hits his groove. Also goes to Juventus. Kind of doesn't do as well with Juventus. His roll call of clubs, and not in this order. AC Milan.
Yeah, boy.
He's done Bayern Munich.
Yeah, boy.
He's done Chelsea.
Yeah, boy.
He's done PSG. He's done Real Madrid twice. Even done Everton.
Hold on.
Colo's not here for flowers.
In order. Palmer. 96 to 98. Listen to the primes. Juventus 99 to 2001. AC Milan 2001 to 2009. Chelsea 2009 to 2011. PSG 2011 to 2013. Real Madrid 2013 to 2015, part 1. Bayern Munich 2016-2017. Napoli. This guy has finished Italy.
But he didn't do that well in Napoli.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that well in Juventus. And Parma, not compared to how he did at AC Milan. But he's excused. Through there, I want to read you out a roll call. Now, this is just the best 11. Here's the players he has managed.
Please, dude. In goals?
Goalkeepers.
Obvious.
Okay, so it's actually full squads. Goalkeepers he has managed. Buffon.
Goals.
Yeah.
Instantly. Yeah.
Petr Cech.
Sure.
Manuel Neuer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Van der Sar.
Yes.
Thibaut Courtois.
Yes.
And Dida.
Pick one to save your life. No pun intended.
I mean, Van der Sar.
Van der Sar as well.
Van der Sar, right?
I'm wearing Van der Sar as well.
Okay, here are the
I'm going
defenders.
Petr Cech, by the way. Just
Of course you are.
Petr Cech is...
Petr Cech before the scrum
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah.
Before the scrum cap. Naturally.
Yeah,
He was
of
still
course.
phenomenal after.
Very high IQ, Petr Cech, like 168 or something silly like that.
Defenders. Here's the defenders he has managed.
Please.
So he also played with this guy, Paolo Maldini, Nesta, Ashley Cole, Marcello, Alaba, Costa Curta,
Yo!
Pepe, Jaap Stam, Thiago Silva, John Terry, Fabio Cannavaro, Mats Hummels, Ricardo Carvalho, Cafu, Philip Lahm, Sergio Ramos, Gianluca Zambrotta.
Choose a centre-back pairing. I know who I'm going with.
Sergio Ramos and Ricardo Carvalho.
Sergio Ramos and... Jaap Stam.
Sergio Ramos, Jaap Stam. Too much violence.
Or Sergio Ramos and Cannavaro. I'll go with those two.
Ryan, I assume you're going John Terry and Thiago Silva, keeping it Chelsea.
No. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go Thiago Silva. I think I would also go Sergio Ramos, but John Terry's definitely right.
Man. Okay, yes, his midfielders, bro.
Now we're gonna cry here.
We are talking now. This man has
Elite.
managed the best players and been successful and won things with them. We're not talking just club hopping. He's won things with
And
these players.
unleashed them and said, "You're a dog. You are the guy."
Here's his midfielders. I'm actually going to read them backwards because it gets more impressive. Gareth Bale,
Yeah.
Di Maria,
Jeez.
Robin, Beckham, Ronaldinho,
Yo.
Toni Kroos,
Yes, sir.
Xabi Alonso, Frank Lampard, Gattuso, Zidane,
Oh my goodness.
Deku, Ballack, Edgar Davids, Modric, Seedorf, Pirlo, Thomas Müller, Del Piero,
And
Rivaldo, Kaká. Senzo's headphones are off. Senzo's out. Senzo's left.
Yeah, he's at studio.
Senzo has left the building. We are talking about
bro,
being successful.
prime Zidane.
Now, you as a manager don't walk in and you can't handle stars in a dressing room. Colin's been like, what are
Hold
you
my
talking
beer.
about?
Yeah, casual.
What are you talking about?
Prime Kaká.
And winning with them, getting them to buy into what he does.
Getting them Ballon d'Ors.
Okay, let's finish on his forwards.
Jesus, bro.
His strikers that he has managed.
Be
Ronaldo.
careful, Senzo might walk out the building.
Nah, brother, that midfield, he's not going to top them.
You can't top the midfield. The
It's
strikers are
done.
good.
The
The
strikers
are good.
Midfielders, we're talking generation,
Yeah.
like once
Yeah.
in an age players.
And he coached them all. And a lot of them in the same team. His
And one
strikers,
stuff with them.
Ronaldo, Lewandowski, Zlatan, Inzaghi, Crespo, Ronaldo, Henry, Benzema, Drogba, Shevchenko. Am I right?
Bro, that midfield
am I
is
right?
blocked, but like,
Where did he coach Henry?
Juventus.
Correct.
Before he went to Arsenal.
Okay, can you count it? Because he had his left winger. He's a player.
He was there. He
was
won the World Cup. He was a World Cup winner.
He was there under him. So we are talking about the best players among the best players of the past 30 years.
Jesus.
He coached and won things with them. So,
your favorite footballer's favorite coach?
Man, and all the players talk about it. I just want to, while we're on that, let me just talk about some of the players he played with, teammates, over time. Dino Zoff.
Yes.
Zola. Gentile.
Yeah.
Tardelli.
Yeah.
Mancini.
Yeah.
Vialli.
Mm-hmm.
The great Polish player Boniek.
Mm-hmm.
Falcao, the Brazilian at Roma.
Yeah.
Not the Colombian Falcao, the good Falcao. Mm-hmm. Hullet, Rijkaard, Van Basten, Maldini, Baresi, Donadoni.
Sure.
I mean, what are we talking about? So now we're going back
Hold on.
past 50 years.
Hold on.
He has been in the same dressing room as some of the best players ever.
Maldini must be sick of him.
Because Maldini started playing at 16 at AC Milan.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of two guys to only wear the same one club, one jersey.
And then they tried to give it to his son, or they wanted to. It didn't really work out.
Bro.
I think his number's retired at Milan.
Hard.
Right? So I think you can understand.
Jesus, bro.
And listen, let's not even pull out his trophies. He's won a lot. He's won it multiple times. Won it with lots of clubs. And I think the lazy thing about Ancelotti, he goes, and listen, we haven't got into his current Real Madrid team. Oh, we're not even putting Vinicius in there. Benzema's going to be in that list again.
He gave Zidane his blueprint, he said.
Not Benzema, Mbappe is going to be in that list. He set his team up so well. Even Zidane could win something with it. Yeah.
Oh, this is how you do this.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I can do this.
What does this folder say? Secret plans on the desktop. Ooh, got it.
My boy, if you're in trouble, there's that thing.
But I think there's a thing here that people think Ancelotti is like a Galactico whisperer, which he evidently is. He obviously knows how to speak to superstars. But the fact that he just lets players manage themselves and handle themselves is nonsense. He's a super flexible coach, but he's definitely got ways of coaching. Berlusconi, our great friend, while Ancelotti was winning things for him, said, no, we don't play one striker here. We will put it on the club badge. 2 strikers. We play with 2 strikers. And Senzo flashes up the most recent, most iconic photo of Don Carlo at, this was the Champions League win, right?
My guy, if that doesn't do it for you, mate.
With Vinny Jr. Who else is in there?
Go.
Smoking a cigar. Vinny Jr. is there.
Militao, Alaba.
I mean, players love him.
How old is he now?
He
Give me
is
that, born in 1959.
64.
Yeah, 64 years old. And listen, guys, let's finish the lot. Because, of course, it's still up in the air. No one knows where it's going to end. But huge rumors.
In a 3-piece, my man.
In a 3-piece, doing...
Effortless. Hand in the pocket. Leave Don Carlo alone.
Don Carlo's not here for you.
Leave Don Carlo.
Don Carlo is not
this
here
guy
for you.
alone, man.
You know, his excellence is so excellent. You actually don't, until you stop and
Did he used to
list
chuff
it.
on the bench?
Oh, he did. He's when he's at Juventus. He used to smoke on the bench. He doesn't care.
This is the most gangster one. I'm sorry.
He doesn't care. But listen, what I want to see, the rumors are he's going to take over Brazil, give the man a World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will back Brazil to win a World Cup just so that he can complete the set.
easy.
And he goes, I'm the greatest. And you know what? Don Carlo, you're the greatest football manager of all time. Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks.
Don Carlo, that list of players, man. That list of players disgusts me.
I think he goes to every manager. He goes, "This is what I've done. This is who I've been around. This is who I've spent enough time with. So if you think you're somebody, compare yourself to those guys."
Do you want to see him take the Brazil job and win the World Cup?
Yes.
I think what a step down with that squad.
He'll be Salt Baying this football. Salt Bay's an idiot, by the way.
Don Carlo, give him the world. You know what? Don't even just give it to him.
Yeah, just say, listen, bro, you got Brazil. Like,
just buys all the way into the final.
Yeah,
you're Don Carlo. That's your Ancelotti pass. Elite, and I think go back and check out YouTube clips of him as a player,
bro.
Rodri type. Rodri type of footballer that man was. Rodri type of footballer.
Do you know? I look at guys like that. I'm just like, bro. I feel much better with that guy on the field. You, number 10, you're too erratic.
Yeah.
You're erratic. You're a diva. If you decide we don't play, bro, now we must rely on you now.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going with Don Carlo.
Yeah, no, that guy's 8 out of 10 every game.
Honestly, reliable. I don't need a 9 and 8. You know what
Yeah.
you're getting standard.
No problem, Don Collo. That is Goat Farm. We did 4 episodes, but we're going to keep doing them inside the show as we go forward. Coming up next week is Andre Agassi.
Oh, yes.
Loved him.
The boy.
You'll hear why I loved him. And it's not just because we both went bald at a young age.
No, it's because he's got that thing.
This is Working Title FC. Thank you for putting us in your ears. I know a lot of you guys work, listen to this while you're out at gym. Get your pump on, man. I hope you got a nice glow. I hope you're
The
getting
Iron
your
Temple, as
Kawhi.
they call it.
Oh, getting a Kawhi right now.
What? For like $1 million?
No, you get your rewards.
All right.
Sprint rewards, you get it all, man. It's all happening. Other rewards and gyms are available. What sporting event are you looking forward to this week?
Watching Vince McMahon's whole documentary. I started it.
I got it, man.
I started it.
So you know what you're talking about next week.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon, guys. Oh, that is blockbuster.
I started watching that. I was like, I really want. Is WWE sports or entertainment?
Either way.
Our show, our rules.
Either way.
This is Working Title FC. We don't have any socials.
Socials are for kids.
Maybe we should do that. But listen,
Yeah.
thanks for listening. Wherever you found us, hit subscribe. If you found us on IOL.co.za, just go back. You'll find a new episode every week. I have been Paulo. This has been Senzo.
I still am Senzo. And you still are Paulo.
And we're both clutch.
Yeah, man.
Not our rules.